morning, a second day here with hashtag KenroCam, and I have caught up with a dear friend of mine in the social media industry, Leslie Carothers from Messages, with an S, of Hope.com. Leslie, thank you so much for joining us before the show even started.
It's my pleasure. I'm a morning person, you know that, so it's no problem.
Me
it's
too.
Perfect timing. So I'm really happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Oh,
I really
absolutely.
appreciate it.
Well, I'm excited to talk about your new project.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about Messages of Hope.com.
Okay, well, messagesofhope.com came to me. The idea to buy that URL came to me in a dream. It's quite a story, but I know we don't have a lot of time for that. But Messages of Hope is going to be a site. It's going to launch this year, and everything on the site is being designed exclusively for the site, and everything on the site is about messages of hope and inspiration and possibility. And when you buy something on the site, at checkout, there will be a drop down of 10 different charities that you will be able to choose from, and 20% of my own profits every month will go to the charity that you choose.
I love that.
Thank you.
And it's spreading that hope too, and it's giving your
exactly the idea.
your consumers the opportunity to do that.
That's exactly right. And when this idea to buy the URL came to me in this very powerful dream that I had 6 years ago, I got up in the middle of the night to buy the URL, and it was a long story. But anyway, I got up in the middle of the night to buy the URL, and I went online, and it was so expensive to buy that I couldn't actually do it. So I went back to sleep. I got up in the morning, had my coffee, and thought, I have to do it. The dream was so powerful. And so I went to buy it, and it was actually taken within 4 hours, the URL. It was bought. And it just didn't let me go, though. So about 5 months later, when I was still thinking about it, I went back online, again in the middle of the night, and the URL was available again.
No way.
Yes, that is exactly what happened. So I feel like it was truly meant to be, and even now I get chills thinking about it. And so I did buy it at that point, but I did not have the idea to put the charity component in until last year in May. And I was actually in the shower then when that happened.
Isn't that crazy when your inspirations come to you?
Exactly.
It happens to me like that too.
Exactly. So when I had that inspiration to be able to use it as a give back vehicle to all these charities, but to let my customers choose, which charity that they wanted to support. And I'm open to opening it up to more charities as well. But right now we're going to launch with 10 charities.
Okay. So tell us what those 10 charities are.
Okay, well, I have to look at my list, everybody, sorry. But number 1 is City of Hope, Doctors Without Borders, Habitat for Humanity, St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, American Red Cross, Fisher House, American Humane Society, Hope for the Warriors, Dwell with Dignity, and the Ronald McDonald House.
Oh my gosh, that's an amazing list. I just got chills from that. So how does the vendor partnership work with you?
The vendors, actually, I'm searching for vendors that are making products and are willing to make products exclusively about hope and inspiration for my site. So that means the products wouldn't be available, obviously, on another site. And right now, I'm not actually buying those products in, but once I see, what my customers want, I'm definitely willing to carry inventory. So if someone is out there that wants to, send me something and let me take a look at it and see if it's right for the site, then I'd be more than happy to, accept them in as a vendor partner.
Okay, great. So that's kind of how we can help you, and as
Absolutely.
you expand your messages of hope.com, is to, as we stumble across ideas or concepts of hope.
People, concepts, anybody that, I think the URL itself is a very powerful URL because of how many people do search on the keyword hope online. Mm-hmm. So I think for those vendor partners that believe in what I'm doing, that like the idea, that are willing to, take a chance on me, then I think that, if the consumers like your product, I think you're going to end up being a very successful, seller on the site.
Okay, so now, Leslie, we are doing hashtag stationary confessions.
Oh, I love that.
At the show to kind of generate, because stationery I think is overthought a lot of times, and people get nervous, and then they've passed the window of etiquette, and then they don't send it. So we're talking real things. Okay. So can you share with us your stationery confession?
Yes. Well, I really have a stationery addiction. Not even a confession. That's my confession. I have an addiction. That's really true. Not that I have all the time in the world to send it, but I have a lot of it. But I actually traveled to stationery stores with my dad, my brother, and I, because my mother loves stationery. So when we were little, my dad took us to stationery stores everywhere to buy something for her, whether it was Mother's Day or her birthday or Christmas or Easter or Mother's, it doesn't matter. And from that, I actually developed, I think, really my stationery addiction. I just got used to the tactility of paper and have loved it ever since.
That's a great story. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.